Aloha guys, welcome back. This is Ukulele FPV, and today we have a very special review. Thank you for FXT Technologies for sending over their Venus T81 camera. It is the newer version of the T80. It comes in a different form factor, but it's pretty much the exact same. We are going to be doing a side-by-side comparison with the Foxeer Micro Aero V2, and we are going to actually be giving one of these cameras away, the Venus T81. So if you stay tuned, you can find out how to enter, and best of luck to you. So first, we are going to go over some of the features that this camera has. If we can get it to focus in here. Let's see. Doesn't want to. There we go. So as you see here, there is a pinout that is very similar to that of the Foxeer, where it has the voltage detection on the far right, the 4.8 to 336 volt in, a ground video out, and the OSD. So the wires that come with it are very similar to the ones that you find with the Foxeer Micro. Over here it says some of the features. It is micro size and lightweight. I do not have a scale at the moment, but I will get back to you on that, and I will put it on the screen what the weight is and maybe a picture if I can get one. It has a high resolution 800 TVL. It has DWDR, so wide dynamic range. It has an integrated OSD with time and voltage, which the voltage also goes up to 36 volts, and it is 16943 switchable. So it has some pretty good features in there. It has a CMOS image sensor, so it's not CCD like most people like, but I believe that the image is really good. There is a good color. It's NTSC PAL switchable. It is, as I said before, 16943 switchable. It has white balance adjusting. You can do color or black and white for day versus night. You can change the color gain and the exposure values. It comes in a couple languages. There's Chinese and there is English. And you can actually do a flip, so you can do a horizontal flip, a vertical flip, or a horizontal and vertical flip, depending on where you want the wires on your camera to be. And it says the dimensions are 16 by 16. So you will see that it is slightly smaller than the Foxeer Micro, but I believe that the color, in my opinion, is a little bit better. It is really small, but it packs a punch. It is almost the exact same as the T80 camera that I have reviewed in the past, and the only change is the camera itself looks different and it weighs a little bit more, and they changed the way that the wires are wired onto the board. So what's in the box? First of all, in the very top, as you can see here, there is a foam to hold the camera and protect it. The case is nice and hard. It's plastic, but inside there you get the camera itself, which is, you can see this little thing. It tells you where all the wires go with the connectors. It says made in China, the name of it, and it is tiny. And because it's smaller than most of the other micros, it actually comes with a little adapter thing here so that you can hook it up to a or put it on your drone. So it's a little metal holder for it. So you can zip tie that. There's a place for screws, depending on what your controller has. Also, it comes with this, if you can see it, is the OSD joystick. It is much like the Foxeer joystick, but a little bit smaller. And it says FX over there. Here is the Foxeer one. So you can see that the controller is definitely smaller, but it does the exact same thing, hooks up in the same way, And the wires for the Foxeer camera are the exact same as for the Venus camera. It also comes with these little pieces here. So if you break this plastic part or the ring in there, you can replace it. Comes with some mounting screws and more screws for this part right here, this screw here and there, and it has a couple nuts in there. And it comes with all the wires that you would need to get this thing running. So in here you find that it has a couple places. You just plug this into the camera. Same exact plug that Foxeer uses. It is not the same that RunCam uses, so you'd have to switch that out. But right here we have the OSD, so you can just stick that in your build and just pull it out when you need it. We have, it looks like little plugs here. Not very many people use it like this, but so you can connect it to a pin if you are going to do it that way. And then this little white one is for the OSD voltage in. So it comes with the wires that you need. You might have to cut them and solder them onto your controller or onto your VTX, depending. The camera itself takes in direct battery voltage, so you don't have to run it off of a 5-volt BEC or off of your VTX if you don't have that option. So in comparison with the Foxeer Micro, we have, you can see the Foxeer Micro here and the T81 on the right side. You can see right off the bat that it's a little bit smaller. And again, you can see that it's smaller because it's CMOS. It weighs a little bit less than the Foxeer, but these are the same. You have the voltage in, ground, video, OSD, and the power for the OSD. So it's the exact same connector. Easy to switch between them, as I will be doing in the test. Anyway, it is really small and light. I don't remember what size the lens is. It's an M8 2.3 millimeter. So it has a 115 field of view horizontal and 160 diameter. You see the lens is a little bit bigger than the one that they have on the Foxeer. They're interchangeable, so you can put on the lens of your choice as long as it is M8. Anyway, we are going to install this into our 5-inch Bfight 210, and we're going to go take it down to the beach park and fly it and put a little side-by-side comparison. So here goes nothing. So down here at the beach park, we did a little sun test at first to see how well the cameras adjust to looking at the sun then looking towards the ground. They both did remarkably well, except for at this point where the Aero Micro took a few seconds to adjust after covering it with my hand, so you were blind for a couple of seconds. So that could be an issue, while the Venus did not do anything like that. Looking at the image, you can see that the Aero has a darker image and the Venus is a little more exposed. You can also tell that the greens are more vibrant in the Venus, while the Aero has a more dull color. So depends on your preference there. The image inside the goggles, it doesn't really show it with the recording. These recordings are a little bit brighter than they normally are. The image is really clear, really good. I could see all these branches and I was easily able to see where I was going, while at that turn right there with the Foxeer, in the goggles it was a little dark and sometimes hard to see exactly where I was going. Here, the saturation, in my opinion, looks better on the Venus, even in the recording, but in the goggles it is even better. It looked like I wasn't really looking through a camera. I felt like it was me looking directly. Over here we do a little up and over the trees, and there's some sunlight to see how well it adjusts back down so we can hit the gap under the trees. And they both did well, so they are very competitive in that part. And we do it again just to make sure. You can see that they adjust well and show the sky nice and bright blue. Here you can see the difference in the saturation, especially when it looks towards the ocean and towards the trees. The trees and the grass is a lot more greener with the Venus, and the blue in the ocean is a lot more pretty and not so dull in my opinion. Anyway, let's take it back to the bench on my final thoughts, talk about the giveaway, and I might have a little extra for you. Okay guys, we are back here at the bench to do a little bit of a final thoughts and talk about the giveaway. Sorry if you can hear things in the background. I've been trying to record this for a few days, but my neighbors have been a little extra loud and I can't really help it anymore. I need to get this out. So as you can see, I have it here installed in my Bfight. Not sure if it'll, there we go. So I got a buddy of mine to 3D print these holders for me. And so it looks really small in there. It's well protected and I don't see anything in my field of view when I'm flying. So that is nice. I like small cameras for that reason. As you saw in the video, the color looks really good and the saturation, I believe, is phenomenal. It makes it so that the video looks really clear. I am going to add on a little bit extra flight video at the end of this that has me flying on towards sunset, so it's kind of harsh lighting and bad lighting, I guess, to see how it performs. And as I said in the last thing, it will not be the best because when you use the Fatshark to record the DVR, it makes everything a little more exposed and brighter. So when I'm looking through the goggles and not necessarily at the DVR, the video is a lot better. As for the giveaway, I have one unopened T80 Venus, which I would like to give away to someone. And here are the rules to enter. What you need to do is you need to subscribe and like my channel. Well, I guess like this video, subscribe to my channel, and then just comment down below. And make sure it's only one comment because I'm going to do a random comment picker and we'll see who wins. The one thing is that you need to have your subscriptions open so that I can see that you are really subscribed to me. And I will need you to pay for shipping, as out here in Hawaii, getting things is not the easiest and sending things out is not the easiest. So if you really want this camera, like and subscribe, comment below, and if you do win, you are responsible for the shipping. It shouldn't be too much, I guess like $5, $7 at most. And this is going to go on through February. So through the whole month of February, you can enter. You just have one entry, and I will be doing a random comment picker at the end of February. So good luck to you. Some of my final thoughts on the camera is that I wish that the OSD had a little more options and settings. It would be nice if I could put a name in there because you know it has the time and the voltage, but you can't put a name. So if you don't have Betaflight OSD, you can't put your name. I guess some people don't really care for that, but I always think it's something that's fun. Another thing is I wish there were a couple more options to adjust the camera, adjust the color, well, I guess the color and the brightness is there, exposure, but I want to be able to adjust, like on the Foxeer Micro, you can adjust the sharpness and a whole lot of different options on there to get the optimal results. And it would be cool if it had like different profiles, so you could save, say, 3 different profiles, so you can fly depending on what the weather's like, if it's cloudy, sunset, sunrise, all that kind of thing. The controller works well. The camera looks great. I also think the price is a little high for the type of camera it is. It is about $28 for the T81. The T80 is about $22. So about the price range of a Foxeer Micro, depending on if you get it on sale or not. It's not as expensive as the high-end ones, which are $40, but $28 is nothing small, even though the camera itself is pretty small. So yeah, I think that it's a pretty good camera overall. The quality is nice, everything is super clear, and I like it personally. I like it more than the Foxeer Aero Micro, but I haven't adjusted the settings on the Aero that much, and I have not gotten my hands on the new Aero Pro, which I would like to, just to see how the color is compared to this. So if you're looking for a CMOS camera that is very bright and vibrant in your goggle view, that makes everything look good and you can see everything clearly, this is a good camera for you. If you don't want to be spending $40 on the Predator Micro and you still want a high quality CMOS, this one, $10 off, and it's a little bit smaller, so you might have to get creative with mounting it on your build. But other than that, it is a quality camera. I think it's good. I like the exposure, the saturation, and just the settings that it comes with. But to each their own, I guess. Remember to enter in this giveaway. I really wish the best of luck to you. I'm sad to see this go. I actually want to keep it and put it in my own build, but I think that I should share the love and help someone else see this camera and try it out for themselves. Anyway, here is some flight footage of at night, and one thing about it is right here, as you see at the opening of the video, it is nice and saturated. You can see everything. That's what it was like when I was looking towards the ground. Over here it will show that it's a little washed out and exposed, but when I was flying it, it was actually more like that saturation at the beginning, and I wish you could see it for yourself because it's really a good camera. Anyway, thanks for coming. Hope to see you again, and aloha.